Okay, so um, I know this is a bit impromptu, and I don't know if anyone will be at all available to even watch this. Um, but I got some information that I wanted to pass on to any of you who are potentially looking for some flyer related Christmas gifts. And the first thing I wanted to do is show you what I'm wearing. This is a flyer shirt that's basically off of the manuals that came out with flyer sets. And hopefully, I'm not violating copyright infringement kinds of things, but so I hope I'm not. Anyhow, it's just the simple design that you're used to seeing on flyer stuff. And what I wanted to just let you all know is I got a notification today from Teespring, or Spring is what they call themselves now, and they are offering a 15% discount. So if you've been thinking about wanting to get a flyer related piece of merchandise or 20, let me just let you know about this. And if you'd like to patronize, is that the right word? If you'd like to support my channel, um, if you go to my YouTube page at the end of the videos, there's QR codes, there's links, hyperlinks in the comments section. If you actually go through a computer, if you're on your smart TV watching, if you pause it where there's a QR code that's at all that splotchy stuff, and use your smartphone, it should take you directly to the Spring website. And on there, you'll find several different T-shirts. There's different kinds of merchandise there as well, besides T-shirts. But there's also variations. So you have long sleeve, you have hoodies, you name it. And if you decide to purchase something, or many things, when you go to check out, what you want to do is put this in. Holiday 15. Holiday 15. Yeah, I know my handwriting looks like a second grader. Probably means I should have been a doctor. But Holiday 15 will get you 15% off of anything you purchase. And so by doing that, you have some cool flyer merchandise you can wear or give as gifts. And you also are going to support me. And if you have appreciated any of the videos I've put out, I would appreciate your support. I don't do this often, but I'll do kind of a shameless self-promotion right now. I get nothing for the hours and hundreds of hours and thousands of hours that I put in to putting up content. And I'm not doing it to get rich. I'm not doing it to earn a living. I'm doing it with the hopes that I'm supporting the hobby, with the hopes that I'm encouraging those that are checking into Flyer to maybe gain some tools that they can use to repair their stuff or appreciate their stuff more, or maybe say, hey, that's really cool. I'd like to get one of those. So that's my motivation. If I'm able to generate a little bit of money, then I pour that back into the hobby. So you will see behind me, there's a few things that you may not have noticed that I've picked up of late that were due to generating some additional monies through refurbishing some items and selling those. Back here, you'll see I got some T&P GP7s. And down here is a 354 Silver Bullet. That I'll have a story coming up on that restoration. And probably one of the neatest things about this particular engine is I was able to talk with the original owner of it. And it is one of these things that he thought was lost to time, hadn't seen it for several decades, 30, 40, 60 years, I don't know what it was, stumbled across it. And it was in really bad shape. And it's needed to be repainted, a lot of stuff. But anyhow, it works very well. And he also included the original cars. Again, those are in bad shape. I have yet to get those restored. But the story is so great. And as you've heard me talk about before, one of the best things about this hobby is the stories that go with the equipment. It's the memories that we have of the first time we saw this train, or we played with this train, or we ran it around the Christmas tree, or we saw it around the Christmas tree, or we were with our parents and we went past the hardware store and saw in the display window, a Christmas train or Christmas display with trains running. So they're memories, and they're memory makers. And so there's that. Something else that I thought I would share with you guys that I've been working on. As you know, I have some of those crossovers, 30, 45, and 60-degree crossovers, highway crossings for traditional curved and straight track, and then also highway crossings for these K-line large radius curves. So that's something that's a little bit newer. The other thing that I'm currently working on with a friend of mine is this. This is 3D printed roadbed, and it's squishy and very similar to the rubber roadbed that Flyer made originally. And what I'm trying to do, and we're very, very close to having this ready, is do a two color. So we have this color gray, and then we have black ties, and the black ties go right there underneath the rail. Obviously the rail goes there, track goes there. So that's something that we're getting a few of the last kinks worked out of. And the goal is to have straight curved for traditional Flyer, but then also roadbed for large radius. So that's the plan. We'll see if it happens. Of course, this time of year, like all of you, I'm sure we're all busy with so many different things. And I hope you're all getting time to get your Flyer layouts cleaned up and shining and running. And I know I am trying very much to get my layout up into operation. You may recall I moved into this part of the basement. It's almost been a year ago now. And I got busy. I got busy with repairs. I got busy with the crossovers. I got busy with life. And so I don't have any of my accessories hooked up yet. And there was that little problem with actually needing to add on to the layout table. So I had room for the accessories. So that actually delayed things for a while. But so tell you what, let's just take a look at that real quick, because there's some of you that have asked what happened, or how did I come up with a solution. And this was because of your feedback, your suggestions. I added this small strip here, about 6-inch strip on the edge of the layout. And what that did is that gave me enough new space that I could spread out this outer loop and then have room for the accessories, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have the accessories kind of on this side, because I want the control buttons to be over here, and I want any visitors to be able to kind of be close to the accessories, because sometimes the log loader gets stuck and you have to actually touch the logs or move them around to get them back where they need to go. And same with the barrel loader and all those things. They're great accessories, but sometimes they need some hand-on help. And so my goal was to get these things close enough that when we have visitors, they can do what they need to keep things working. And so that's going on. I also don't know if you recall, but I have that circuit that is got sensors with it to lower crossing gates and flashers. And I want to get that hooked back up. And down at the far end, we'll just take a walk down there. Again, excuse the mess, but I'm sure I'm not alone in having layouts that are not nearly where we want them. So down here, I have 2 different crossovers that I've put in. And You can see this is the 30 degree, and that's the 45 degree. And this is a bit of a branch line slash siding. And what I thought I would do is actually use flyer semaphores and try to protect this crossing in real time. Now, I know these can be set up, and I love the fact that some of you have done this on layouts where you have crossovers, and if there's a train coming through, you actually have a section of track that deadens and the train stops until it's clear and it takes off again. I just love that. And I don't know if I'm going to go that far or not, but I certainly want to have them operational so that, this will be, the main lines will obviously have priority, but if the switch is thrown, I'd like the semaphores to go down, red lights come on, and then allow safe passage of trains, cars, or whatever are happening on the siding. And I think that would be pretty fun. So anyhow, that's what's going on this end of things. I might also say another project that I worked on that took, 6 months, was a restoration of a Guilford station. And here's one of those, right here. But what I did is I repainted 2 of the Guilford passenger cars, one that's Link and one that's Knuckle, because I have these 2 cars that were just in horrific shape. And then I have a couple of these Guilford stations also in disrepair and real scratched up. And so I thought I would attempt to paint one of those because, again, it was just ugly. There's so much paint missing. It was just hideous. And it turned out pretty good. And so there'll be a video at some point about that in case you're interested. So that's kind of a fun project. And then a little while ago, I talked about going to York, and I came back from York with a bunch of engines, and I know I'm not alone. You all need to be honest. I mean, we have an addiction. But none of my engines, one of the 6 engines that I picked up works. And so there'll be some restoration on those. I've got some repairs for some people that I'll be doing coming up. I've got a Northern to repair. I've got a Northern Pacific Alco set to go through and repair. I've got some Santa Fe Alcos, AB, 2 sets of those that I need to go through. The TNP GP7s that I picked up, they are running, but they probably have had no maintenance for 30, 40, 50 years, so that's something I want to do. I also picked up an 060, the 051 that is all in parts, so that'll be an upcoming series. Also have a Marks Bridge that I picked up that is not in the best of shape. Probably needs to be repainted. And one other thing. So here's the Marks Bridge, and again, this is something that I shared with you in terms of the birthday gifts I got. So it's not terrible, but this end has got a couple welds that are broken, and so the whole thing is twisted, the bridge itself, and there's some paint splashes and rust and that kind of thing. So that's why I was thinking maybe that'll need some new paint. But the same guy that has helped me is helping me with this road bed, he gave me this. The guy's amazing. He's like, hey, you got a bridge? And I sent him pictures of this Marks Bridge. And a few days later, he shows up and goes, hey, check this out. Take it home, see how you like it. So he 3D printed all these parts. Well, he shrunk them down to get to the right scale and printed it all up in separate pieces. And I can tell there's a little bit of super glue, in the separate sections. Anyhow, it's pretty crazy what you can do with 3D printing. So there you have it. And thanks all for stopping by, checking things out. And one last time, if you're interested in some Christmas gifts and also supporting me, which would be a double bonus, don't forget, Holiday 15 is what you type in when you go to pay for your shirt. or order it, and or your merchandise. Because there's also there's a drinking mug, there's a mask on there, there's bicycling shorts or leggings, some of that stuff too. So hopefully that'll interest a few of you out there, and you've been thinking, hey, what can I give for Christmas? And there you go. Now you got some ideas. All right. Until next time, take care. God bless, and enjoy your American Flyer trains. We'll see you.